ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ. QNMS quantitative matrix. We have already discussed about qualitative matrix, how to fill up the file. UG colleges are having 58 quantitative matrix, whereas PG colleges are having 60 quantitative matrix. Qualitative matrix are descriptive, whereas quantitative matrix, they are seeking the statistical information, the numbers. This is not descriptive. In the quantitative matrix, some of the tips are given at the quantitative matrix, how it is to be calculated. The formulas are given, the tables are given, everything is given in that particular matrix. While finding out or calculating the quantitative matrix, we have to read that quantitative matrix carefully and correctly. You have to use the formula, you have to calculate the things, you have to find out the percentage, you have to provide the correct numbers and very authentic documentation. These things are required while filling up the quantitative matrix. Quantitative matrix, using that one, the assessment is very transparent now again. Comparing with earlier method of assessment, the present system of assessment is more transparent because of the quantitative matrix. The reason is, earlier when a peer team used to visit the institution on-site visit, if the college is a bigger one whose strength is 4,000, if they are having a University Blues 200, that is one college. One college is having the University Blues 200, and there is another college, small college, where the total strength is 1,000, and whose university's Blues number is 60. What the peer team member feels, 200 is bigger than 60. They used to give more weightage for that college which is having the University Blues 200 than the college having the University Blues 60. But in the present system, what happens? If you take that 200 as University Blues for the strength of 4,000, the percentage becomes 5%. Whereas another college which is having a 60 University Blues with the strength of 1,000, the percentage becomes 6%. Bigger college, the percentage is 5%. And smaller college, the percentage becomes 6%. The college having the percentage 6 definitely will get the more weightage than the bigger college, which is having the percentage 5%. So like this, there are good number of advantage by this present system of the methods. So you calculate the formulas, you calculate the values and fill up the quantitative matrix properly. And there are, for every quantitative matrix, for some of the quantitative matrix, they have clearly mentioned as per data template. If they have mentioned as per data template, you also have to give the information, or you have to fill up the data template accordingly. And in data templates, there are some data templates, only one data template is used for two or more than two quantitative matrix also. So in that case, only one data template is you have to finish, you have to furnish. I want to discuss by taking one example of the quantitative matrix. One simplest example I am taking, that is a quantitative matrix number 1.2.3. The statement is, the matrix is, average percentage of students enrolled in add-on or certificate programs as against the total number of students during the last 5 years. This is the matrix. I will repeat this one. Matrix number is 1.2.3. You can also simultaneously refer this one. Average percentage of students enrolled in add-on or certificate programs as against the total number of students during the last 5 years. Here he is giving how we have to find out this one. Number of students enrolled in subject related certificate or add-on programs year-wise during last 5 years. You have to get this number. Then data requirement as per data template he is mentioning. You have to give the data requirement as per the data template. You have to go to the data template format. You have to refer 1.2.3 and accordingly you have to furnish the data requirement there. Then total number of students enrolled in certificate bar add-on programs. You get that number. Then total number of students across all the programs means total strength of the institution. So if we divide first one by second one, then multiply by 100, then we are getting percentage per year. Then finally we have to calculate average percentage. Sum of the above percentage for 5 years, divide it by 5, we are getting average percentage. This is how you just simultaneously refer this 1.2.3 QNM. It will be more clear. So you calculate this one. Accordingly, you fill up that data template. Accordingly, you furnish all the documents which are required there. So this is one example I have discussed. So like this, you can do for all the quantitative metrics. And wherever they have mentioned clearly as per the data template, there you have to fill up the data template information. And you upload the documents, correct documents. If the documents are bigger in size, then you can give the link to that one. So this is how we can furnish the information about the quantitative metrics and the data template. And one more important thing is, in quantitative metrics, you can opt out some of the quantitative metrics, which is advantageous. Remember this one, most of the colleges are not opting out. There are some of the metrics which you can opt out. There are certain conditions. Conditions are, you cannot opt out qualitative metrics, you can opt out only the quantitative metrics. That is one condition. Second condition is, you can opt out only from criteria 3, 4, 5 and criteria 6. You can opt out the quantitative metrics only from these 4 criteria, but not from criteria 1, 2 and 7. Only from 3 to 6 criteria you can opt out the quantitative metrics. And to what extent the quantitative metrics can be opted out? Not exceeding the weightage 10 from each criteria. You cannot opt out more than weightage 10 from each criteria. Suppose if you opt out 15 or 20 from one criteria, it takes into account of only 10 opted out weightage, not 15 or 20. You are not allowed to exceed 10 also. So total opting out will be 30 then. If you correctly opt out 10, taking 10 as the maximum weightage, the total opting out will be 30. And you cannot opt out the quantitative metrics as per your whims and fans within these 4 criteria also. In Appendix 4, you please refer Appendix 4, where the quantitative metrics are given which can be opted out. Which can be opted out. Only among those quantitative metrics you have to opt out. Not any quantitative metrics from criteria 3 to 6. And for PG colleges, the option given is 15 metrics they have given. Out of these 15 metrics, maintaining the conditions, above conditions, whatever I have briefed, you can opt out from every criteria, not exceeding 10 weightage. You can opt out maximum of 30 weightage. Maximum of 30 weightage. For UG colleges, the quantitative metrics which you can opt out, the choice is given from 14. These are very useful because these 14 or 15 quantitative metrics, sometimes they are not possible to practice by the constituent or affiliated colleges. It may be difficult for those institutions. It may be difficult for the rural institutions. So keeping this in mind, they have given this opting out option. So remember, not to forget opting out option, not to forget making use of the opting out option. The advantage I am telling you, when you opt out, apply the 30 weightage opt out, while calculating the final CGPA, they are taking the total CGPA and dividing it by 970. If you do not opt out, then they take total CGPA, divide it by 1000. Dividing by 970 will give the better CGPA than dividing it by 1000. Therefore, take advantage of this one. One example I am telling you, one institution got the final CGPA as 2.98. They had not opted out these 30 weightages. If they had opted out these 30 weightages while submitting the quantitative matrix, then they would have got 3.08 instead of 2.98. 2.98 CGPA means it is B double plus, whereas 3.08 CGPA means A. The grade itself changes there. Just not opting out, not making the use of that opting out, they became B double plus instead of directly coming for the A. And that opt-out option is given there only while filling up the form at that particular matrix. Whether it is to be opted out or not, that option is given. You make use of that. You opt out there, you get the advantage of that one. This fashion, you just fill up the quantitative matrix and fill up the data templates and make best use of the opting out. You listen this video repeatedly so that you will become perfect in filling up of that format. So like this, you can complete the self-study report after opting out and fill up this one. It is very easy process, no difficulty at all. If you need any clarification, you can put that one in the comment. I wish you all the very best of luck. Thank you very much. Namaskara.